Welcome to Stay Clean and Safe, a podcast created with the financial support of the European Union. Here we share ideas, tips, and stories that will help us build healthier, safer, and cleaner communities together. Let's get started. Welcome back to Healthy Habits Weekly, the show where we look at the tiny changes that can make a huge difference in your well being. I am Mrs. Costa. I teach Italian and history in an Italian high school. And today we are talking about something that is glowing in almost every bedroom at night: screens, phones, tablets, laptops, TVs, the whole gang. And with me is one of my students, Asya, who bravely agreed to talk about her own nighttime screen habits. Hi, Asya.
Hi, Mrs. Costa. Hi, everyone. I feel like this episode is basically an intervention just for me.
Maybe a gentle one. Be honest. How often is your phone the last thing you see before falling asleep?
Pretty much every single night. I'll tell myself I'm just gonna watch a couple of videos or check messages, and suddenly it's way past midnight. But it's my way to relax.
And that is exactly what makes screens so sneaky. We feel like we are relaxing, but our brain and body are getting totally different message. Studies show that nearly 80% of teens and young adults use electronic devices in the hour before bed, and a lot of them have trouble falling asleep and staying asleep.
Okay, that sounds uncomfortably accurate. But what exactly are screens doing to my sleep? Like, what's happening in my brain?
Great question. Let's break it down. Our bodies have something called a circadian rhythm, and think of it as your internal 24-hour clock. When it gets dark in the evening, your brain releases a hormone called melatonin, which basically whispers, "Hey, it's time to get sleepy."
So, melatonin is like the bedtime notification from my body.
Exactly. Now, here is where screens come in. The light from your phone or laptop, especially the blue light, tells your brain, wait, it's not nighttime yet. Stay awake. That blue light can reduce melatonin and delay sleep by 30 minutes, 60 minutes, sometimes more, even if you feel tired.
So, my phone light is basically pretending to be the sun, and my brain is falling for it.
That's the perfect way to put it. Your brain is very sensitive to light. It doesn't know the difference between sunlight and the bright light from a screen held close to your face.
Okay, but I use night mode, the warm yellowish color filter. Doesn't that fix everything?
Night mode is helpful because it reduces blue light, but it doesn't solve the whole problem. There are actually two big issues. First, the light. Second, the stimulation.
Stimulation, meaning my brain is too busy laughing at memes to relax.
Exactly. Even if the lights were perfect, you are still getting bombarded with messages, videos, notifications, and updates. Every time you scroll, your brain goes, new thing. Pay attention. That makes it harder to switch into sleep mode.
Yeah, that explains the just one more video trap. I look up and it's suddenly 1:30 a.m. and I'm watching a dog skateboarding while eating a banana. I don't even know how I got there.
The algorithm always has one more video. And the problem is that late night screen time doesn't just delay sleep, it can also reduce sleep quality. Even if you sleep for 7 or 8 hours, your brain may not go through all the deep restorative stages it needs.
Okay, so the screens are messing with my bedtime, my hormones, and my sleep quality. That's quite a list.
It is, and there is more. When you don't sleep well, you are more likely to feel tired and groggy in the morning, moody or irritable, less able to focus and remember things, more stressed and overwhelmed.
That definitely sounds like me on a Monday after a weekend of late night scrolling. I'm always half awake in class and craving sugar all day.
Exactly. Poor sleep can even affect your appetite and make unhealthy snacks more tempting. So, screens at night don't just steal your sleep, they can also steal your energy, your focus, and your mood the next day.
Okay, I'm convinced it's a problem. But there's my thing. My phone is not just for fun, I use it for everything: homework, music, my alarm, talking to my friends. What am I supposed to do? Just throw it out the window?
No need to throw anything out of the window. The goal isn't to demonize technology, it's set healthy boundaries. Let's talk about some practical strategies.
Please, I need survival guide for the life workout TikTok at midnight.
First strategy, the digital curfew. This means choosing a time every evening when you stop using screens. Ideally, that's 30 to 60 minutes before bed. For example, if you want to be asleep by 11 p.m., you'll put your phone, laptop, and tablet away by 10 or 10:30.
That sounds good in theory, but in real life, I know myself. I'll say no phone after 10, and then at 10:05 I'll be like, but I just need to check one thing.
That's where structure helps. You can try turning on a bedtime focus or do not disturb mode that automatically blocks notifications at a certain time. Plugging your phone in away from your bed, on a desk, or even in another room. Using a real alarm clock so you are not tempted to keep your phone on the pillow.
So the idea is to make the wrong choice a little more difficult.
Exactly. If you have to actually get out of bed to reach your phone, you are less likely to grab it for just one more scroll.
Okay, but if I'm not on my phone, what do I do with that 30 to 60 minutes? I don't want to just lie there staring at the ceiling overthinking my life.
Great point. You want to replace screen time with relaxing activities, not just remove it. Some options are reading a physical book or magazine, journaling about your day, or writing down tomorrow's to do list, gentle stretching or yoga, listening to calm music or a podcast that doesn't require looking at a screen, doing breathing exercises, or a short guided relaxation.
Actually, I like the idea of journaling. Maybe if I write down everything I'm stressed about, it won't bounce around my head all night.
That's a powerful technique. When you write worries down before bed, you are telling your brain, it's okay, this is on paper, I don't need to keep replaying it.